Hi, this is Dean from EUJuicers.com. Today we're here to show you the new revolutionary Omega VRT. We've had this model now for a couple of weeks and we want to take this opportunity to go ahead and show it to you in detail. The Omega VRT comes complete with two sieves. You've got your coarser sieve and you've got your finer sieve, where the finer sieve is really good for apples and grapes, and the thicker or the coarser sieve is really good for oranges and kiwis. But you know, you probably want to try this out yourself at home and see where you like it, because you will get a thinner juice or a thicker juice depending on what your preference is. Yeah? What's really good on this machine, and what we started liking right away, was the wiping blades. There's these silicone wiping blades on here, which automatically turn with the machine, so they will go ahead and clean the sieves for you, and making the cleanup task after juicing a whole lot easier. Here we have the new auger. You'll see right away that the auger is quite larger in size compared to your conventional augers. That has the advantage that it will speed up the juicing process considerably. Over here we have the two juicing containers. One is for the pulp and the other is of course for the juice. And this is basically the juicing basket. You'll see what this does once we get it put together. There is a silicone piece in here which is used to keep the pressure in there, so you get a much higher yield on that. And Omega has thought about everything within this machine and have additionally supplied a few of these in the box in case you should ever lose one. So why don't we go ahead now and put the machine together and start juicing a little bit so you can see what this machine can actually do. First thing you want to do is take the sieve and put it into the automatic cleaner with the silicone wiping blades on it. You can take your auger here, get that in there. Take all of these parts then, and you'll notice that there are two red dots on there which need to be aligned with each other. Once you have that in, you're able to go ahead and just lock it in there simply by twisting a little bit. And then taking your feeding tube. One thing which we really like on this machine as well is the larger feeding tube compared to the conventional single auger juicers. This will save you a lot of time when it comes to cutting your fruits and preparing to get juiced. Yeah. So let's get this taken care of. Again, you need to have the arrow lined up with the red dot. Quick lock, feeder tube, and we're ready to start juicing. Okay, so let's get some grapes juiced here so you can see what the results are with these. You can juice them with the stems, without. It's no big deal. We've removed most of them, but it's up to you. The machine is really self-feeding. There's hardly any need to use the pusher whatsoever. Now if you look at the pulp, you might think that it's a little wet, but when it comes to grapes, this is some of the driest pulp that we've seen with any conventional single auger unit before. So let's go ahead and move on and get a couple carrots juiced here. We've noticed that we get some really good results with this as well. Again, automatic feeding, no need to go ahead and use your pusher. The new VRT has a much larger opening than your conventional single auger machines, so you're able to put a lot more in there, and we'll show you what happens when you do this. It will automatically stop, and that's a safety mechanism. All you have to do is hit the reverse, back it up again, let it start juicing. Second time. And after that you're fine. So just make sure you don't overfeed the machine and everything will be great. the pulp is really fairly dry. For a single auger, we're quite pleased with the results of the dryness here. So I'll go ahead and clean the machine out for you, and then we'll come to a really unique feature which we really like a whole lot. And this is the self-cleaning feature on the machine. So when you want to use the self-cleaning, what you want to do is get yourself a pitcher of water here. Go ahead and turn the machine on. And this is really good for, like, let's say, in between, if you want to change over from carrots and get rid of the carrots which is still remaining inside of the bowl, and without actually having to take apart the whole machine and clean it, you can just go ahead and turn the machine on, pour some water in there. You'll notice fairly quickly that the water will start getting really clear, as it is now. So now we're going to juice some oranges. We're still using the finer sieve, but for those of you who maybe like your orange juice with a little more pulp in it, go ahead and try the coarser sieve and see how that works for you. So now we're going to juice some tomatoes. Tomatoes aren't always the easiest things to juice, and this is something we really appreciate with the Omega as well, that you've got the finer and the coarser sieve, and we've gone over to the coarser sieve now because we really like the results with the coarser sieve when it comes to tomatoes. So let's have a look at that. Look at the pulp here. For those of you who have juiced tomatoes before, you'll see that the consistency or the dryness of this is really dry, and this is something that we didn't expect to see with the Omega, but we were really pleased with that. A lot of customers have been asking us which juicer would be maybe good to use on pomegranates, and actually this is the first time we've tried it, so it's a first for us as well. Let's see how the Omega works with this, and you can judge for yourself. The pulp here, I mean, we got a really dry pulp here, and you have to remember, we're still using the coarse screen. You can imagine if we would use the finer screen, we would even received a much drier pulp.